Thank you for listening to SSB Wannabes. Make sure you keep up to date by following us on Twitter at SSB_Wannabes with one E. Sometimes our schedule gets the best of us and we can't record when we want to, so keep your eyes on Twitter and you'll always know when the new episode is up. Anyway, enjoy the show.
Yeah. All right. Welcome everyone to episode 11. No, not 11. 12 of the SSB Wannabe podcast.
I don't know
Will and JD.
Hello. What's up, man?
Not much, dude. Just got back from Florida, so been fiending a lot. Sad I missed Super Smashed Out, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. We definitely missed you as well. Oh my god, man, you would have been like, you, Nico, and G Money would have been all in the same room, and DJ. Like, I think you were the like holy trilogy, because DJ's not as rowdy as G Money and Nico can be.
Oh yeah.
But, oh man, that tournament needed that little extra kick. Oh.
Yeah, I wish I could have been like a goon, because I was definitely watching in Florida.
No, you would have whooped us. You would have been like hopping off. Yeah, I think if you had my bracket, you would have got top 8.
We'll see. I don't know. I mean, why don't we go over your bracket then?
Okay. Shit.
Yeah. What was your bracket?
Who did I play round 1? I'm so sorry. Oh, I played a Yoshi player, and he was actually really great, but...
it wasn't J-Lo, right?
No. And okay. J-Lo's sick. But he's a guy I haven't met before, and he was really good. I feel I feel like an asshole. I'm not going to be able to...
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm looking it up.
You're looking
I'm going to keep talking, but I'm looking it up. But, yeah, he was a super solid Yoshi, and he's really nice. And it's always cool, like, you know, meeting someone who has legitimate skill, and especially with a low tier. And I feel like we've been seeing more Yoshis. It's awesome.
I know, dude. I know. Well, it's the rise of Amsa, dude. Yeah, so wait.
For sure.
After that bracket, who did you face round 2?
Okay, well, while I'm pulling that up, yeah. G Money.
Okay.
And he beat me. He beat me 2-1.
How was he moving? Who did he play?
Played Falco, and then I banned him. I think if we went to FD, he would have taken out the Marth. So I didn't take him FD. Actually, I banned FD. I straight up did not want him. Which I would actually be interested to play him. I think he'd still be like equally hard, but I don't hate that. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But yeah, he beat me, man. Like, he was good at just following through. I don't know.
He was playing the bird, right?
Yeah. He got his openings and he just chomped. Like, he took huge bites. I don't know if any, like, 0 to deaths, really. Probably 1. But, and that kind of tilts me a little bit. Not like saying it was a mentality thing. He's incredibly skilled. But I feel like in that matchup, if you can't kind of firmly grasp your feet on the ground, then Falcos, especially like experienced zoning Falcos, like G Money is, like, he is really good at kind of just holding things and then taking really big hits out of you. And that beat me. It was really fun too. He's a good player.
Yeah. But did you feel like you couldn't, like, how did you feel like you were playing, or like were there any observations, or should we just go into your losers run?
Yeah, I think I want to do a separate analysis of it.
Okay.
And I haven't been able to do that yet. And I guess I'll leave it at that, because I'm pretty bad at remembering sets in general, but having it streamed is like awesome. I do remember the Haas set a little bit.
Okay.
Which was my other loss. And I remember I played Nico. I did really well against Nico.
You also beat Smuckers, right?
Smuckers Fox, yeah.
Oh, Smuckers Fox. Okay.
Yeah, that's why he was seated so low.
Alright, I was very confused about that. I mean, I was popping off, but that was like when I beat Pudgy Sheik, you know, where you didn't really know who was playing who.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And I didn't want to be like, it's a weird position. And Johnny, I love you. It's a funny position always when there's like secondaries in general. There's a little background noise, by the way.
Yeah. Just the window's open.
Okay.
Is it all right?
No, it was awful.
Okay.
I think it's actually very easily edited out, but that was big.
All right. We're in.
Is the door closed or the window closed?
Yeah, I can close it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this is episode 13, not 12. Just realized that. Jeez.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a funny one to listen to. We're just fucking two little bumbleheads. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave this all unedited. Anyway, we're talking about Smashed Out 8 and my sets in Loser. So yeah, dude, Smucker's Fox is still mad good. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of weird when someone's playing secondaries or whatever. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna announce it on Twitter. Be like, oh, Losers Fox, because I mean, I don't know how much. You don't know how much like someone invests in a character, how much pride they have, and he has obviously practiced Fox. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he's such a legend that, like, of course his Fox is gonna be insane. And it was, but it's like, I think I've gotten good enough, to my credit, where it's easy to, you kind of like take note of a lot of exchanges or little things, and Fox mains have a much, like, it's a Fox Ditto. Of course I'm gonna have more experience. I think it's as simple as that. It's just such a, it's such a specific matchup. But he said before that he's been doing like a software engineering boot camp.
Yeah. I mean, he's been busy. We know. But
he's been doing shit, and that's different than not playing for any reason. This is actually a topic I was like thinking about a little bit. If I could kind of like
what were you thinking?
Track a sec, but like you think of kind of recreation or what we use to like relax, and it makes sense that if he's gonna have to sacrifice something to gain something else, and then kind of use that to bump himself up, that's amazing. And not that he needed this sort of pat on the back, but I think there's always a distinction to be made about when someone takes a break from Melee, and that it's cool that I had no idea. He had no obligation to let people know, but it's always exciting to know that it's not because he was slacking, and not that I don't know. Not that
I don't know where you're going.
You know what it is. I'm happy for him. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's a broader idea I'm trying to pull together.
But what sort of idea? Like, are you talking about like just the idea of like taking breaks as like you get older because you have like other life stuff to do? Like, where are you going with this?
It's not that it's I think in this early stage of our collective like generational lives, it's important to like never be locked down to a certain method of living or set of priorities, and to think of long-term plans. And it is always nice to see someone invest in themselves. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And he said he's coming back. That's my ultimate point. And that's the kind of exciting part, is that he has been doing something that will, I don't know, it's education. And I don't have to talk about Smuckers that much more, but he's one of my favorite players, like kind of all time, not gonna lie.
Really? Wow.
Oh yeah, Smucks.
Yeah, I didn't know he ranked that high for you.
Top 5, probably.
Damn.
Yeah, influential. Hope he's crying right now.
Yeah.
Listening to this.
You mean in the future?
Maybe,
you're bugging. Yeah. You're so bugging, JD.
Okay, take over. What's next?
All right. So how did you feel about Nico and stuff? Like, you faced Nico and then you faced Haas, right?
Nico and then Haas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nico, honestly, like, all respect, it was kind of a wash.
Yeah.
And he...
So back now.
Yeah, it's true.
Last time too, yeah.
It's true. Obviously one of my most practiced matchups. I love it.
Yeah.
And sometimes just everything kind of hits, and there's, as Peach, it's kind of easy to die.
Yeah.
And so certain very difficult things have to be on lock,
Mhm.
and they're defensive. So, I think Nico kind of missed some things in a row. Some DI on drills that he usually gets, punishing certain unsafe shield pressures. And his combos were fine. They weren't the best I've seen of him. And I just connected stuff. And that's kind of how it goes,
Yeah.
Again, terrible at remembering specifics.
Okay.
And I think I should just contact the Slippy team and ask, what if we should ask for a sponsorship of the Slippy team?
No.
Okay. But regardless, I wish that there was recording of every set I ever played, because then I'd be able to talk about it. But I do remember feeling comfortable the whole time. I don't remember feeling too, like getting hit too hard. I don't know.
All right, cool. And then Haas, right?
Haas was crazy. Me and his sets, dude, me and Gabe always have the funniest, wonkiest, I don't know, just it's back and forth. This one wasn't like funny or wonky, but there's usually like, it's really intense. It's kind of like scrappy and micro intensive, which is super fun.
Yeah.
And he ends it with a back throw to ledge, forward throw, forward tilt.
Damn.
And I'm at 80 last stock.
Damn. Yeah, Beerman's definitely hit me with that before, so I know the feeling.
You got me. And it's a lesson to all you guys. You got to DI out Falco from ledge. What's he gonna do that you want to DI in for? Nothing. Low percent.
Yeah, it's just like one of those things that you just get caught out with it, like really quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because you want to run in, you want to be getting center stage, but you have to be really like, wow, that's actually really interesting to think about. Like, where do you want your mind to be wanting to go? You have to kind of trick yourself into going against your intuition.
Of holding in?
Of wanting to get center stage.
Well, I think it's just like, it's not about like tricking, it's just sort of knowing about the situation. Like, it's the same idea of like DIing away on Peach's reverse bear or Falco's reverse bear or Falcon's reverse bear. Like, it's not about like tricking, but like understanding the mix-up and understanding the situation that you're in. Like, you don't need to hold in for center if you're getting thrown off stage. You know?
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
I'm thinking just against Falco, right? Well, let's
well,
go
no, there
really
are a
micro.
few situations.
Yeah,
sure.
So against Falco, what can you be hit by that you don't want to, like, if you want to sit still, like if you're caught dashing in, I think that's the big thing. It's like,
are we talking about like a grab situation, or what are we talking about?
He has center stage and you're both on the ground.
Okay.
Let's say on battlefield.
Yeah.
So I guess I do remember a few specifics of getting caught going in, trying to jump. Like, he caught my jump from ledge. I would get up from ledge and jump. Fuck.
Yeah, that's always super frustrating. I think you have to just be more. Yeah, you're gonna have to just rewatch the VODs. But I think like playing with your back turned is really powerful. Like, because you can just slowly approach with bears and up tilts. But also, like, if he's reading a jump, then you can just go underneath him. So you just have to wait, and then react to if he tries to grab you.
You just blew my mind, man. You're like my guru right now.
Yeah. Well, that's my matchup. I've been playing. I also like just came back from playing Falco, so I'm like pretty.
Who'd you play?
I was playing with Beerman. I went to his like melee trap house in Manhattan.
Nice.
Yeah. I was there like, yeah. So pretty much like I had to take took like pretty much like a week off because I had a family wedding in Florida, and I thought I would get like a chance to like review VODs and stuff like that, but I just didn't have time with all the family events. So I kind of just took a week off break by accident, and then I came back and I was kind of worried actually how I'd be feeling, but I thought I've been actually playing really, really good recently.
Nice.
So I played with Beer Man yesterday till like maybe 2 a.m. and then I went back today. So yeah, so I've gotten a lot of Falco practice in the recent. So like yesterday, I think I played Sosa, this Puff player, into Flinchy, the Falco, of course, and then Beer Man. And then today I played.
That was bracket?
No, just in like yeah, it's just like I think I was there for 7 hours, and I played those 3 people for 7 hours, pretty much.
Damn.
And then
Flinchy?
Yeah, Flinchy. He's gotten so good, dude.
I know.
He's definitely one to watch. Hype. Yeah, he's like he's under Beer Man's wing, so it's definitely, you gotta watch out for him.
Hell yeah.
And then
he's gonna earn a shout out one of these days. Anyway, go on.
For sure. And then today I went over after a movie, and so who did I play? I played this Peach guy for like a little bit, like to just start off, and then once I was like warmed up and stuff, I played Beer Man for a long time, and then Big Kid. So I got like a lot of really good practice like in the last 2 days.
Damn, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, and I've been like moving too. Like, it's probably been like the most like I would say it's like me and Big Kid were really even, but like, and then Beer Man it became even, but like both times I started off like so hot against him. Like, so I'm really happy with how I'm playing against Falco especially.
Fuck you, dude. Oh my god.
Also,
I'm still kind of jealous.
Yeah, you have to come over. You have to get that Falco practice.
I know.
Also, if he shoots a high laser, you can just run underneath it.
That's G Money you're talking about?
I'm just saying any Falco.
If they shoot a high laser.
Yeah. Running.
Lot to think about. I'm definitely. I'd love to do an analysis video. I've done one like a year ago.
Yeah, we should do one. I don't mind watching you and Haas play, because that's definitely like my most practice matchup. I think is Falco.
Yeah, let's pick a day. Let's do that. Yeah.
So I was saying, the Beer Man started this like crazy like melee trap house where he just like even has like a calendar, like, so you know which people are coming which days.
Oh shit.
And it's like it's super good. Like, and to be honest, I was like it's taken a few tries, because like Beer Man, one of the best traits about him is that he'll play with anyone, but at the same time then you sort of garner the attention of players that fake wanting to like be good versus like actually being like sort of serious with the game, you know?
Right.
And like, it's not saying that you can only play melee seriously. I'm just saying for the purpose of like a literal training house.
Yeah.
It defeats the purpose of it, right?
Right.
So, but finally, like he's gotten like after like maybe a year of like trial and error and like of who's good to play, who's not as fun to play with. I think I finally am giving my approval of the group that he has now.
Oh, really?
Yes. I think I was telling this before, is like it's just like a little dodgy before. Like there are some people where I'm like, you know, they want to say they want to get good, but like they don't. You know, you can just tell by the body language or tell by like how they're going about it. You know,
just people that hit up the invitation on that day.
Yeah.
We're all there. We've all been there. There's no hate.
We've all been there. I'm saying there's nothing wrong. I'm just saying that it defeats the purpose of a specific melee training house, you know?
Right.
But the group that he has now, I think, is the best he's ever had yet. And like I'm having a lot of fun going there in the last like maybe month or so. Now that it's sort of taken off. You there?
Sorry, when my mama. Keep going.
Yeah. So, yeah, I finally like who he has there now. So I've been going for like the last maybe month or so, And so it's like him, Flinchy, Big Kid, Miso, and like myself are like probably the big hitters, that go there on like a regular basis.
Squad, dude. Holy shit.
It's a real tight squad. And then my Young's going there occasionally. Panos, I just introduced Panos to the group, so Panos will be there more often now. And he has a few other players, like I played Sosa, this Puff player who's really good. He's getting a few other good players in there too that can be on the come up and stuff like that. But what's crazy is that he's also organized it into a Google Doc sheet, so he has days where specific people are going to come. So like the serious training days are like Monday, Tuesday, and that's like when me, Miso, like Flinchy, like we all show up and we all grind,
I have one problem with it, and you have to let me know why it's called this. The Trap House. Why is it called the Trap House?
I heard Young, so we call it the Beer Dojo actually.
Yeah, I was about to say it sounds like he's more of a sensei than he is a trap lord.
Yeah. No, it's called the Beer Dojo. Like that's what the Facebook messenger group is called.
Oh, this is some inside info.
Yeah. Though I just mute that, but I don't know why. The reason why I call that a trap house is just because the way Young calls it that, and it's funny because it's just like you walk in and it's like this dimly lighted, like semi-furnished like apartment, like living room, and it's just like a couch with a TV with like melee matches, like VODs playing and people watching, and then 3 setups. And so it's sort of like this sort of like really interesting like scene, I guess. Like it's just like the aesthetic of it, I guess, is what Young was referring to. But it is more like a dojo than anything else.
Wow. There's so much I want to talk about.
Yeah, go for it.
There's so many angles I want to hit this at.
Yeah. But it's really that. You open it and there's 3 setups and a couch. So 3 setups, 6 chairs, and a couch where people are watching VODs. And then when you're not watching VODs or playing Melee, like people are hanging out in like this other room, just like chilling and smoking and whatever.
Yeah, I just made it my life's mission to get an invite.
Dude,
that's first and foremost.
You can get invited. You just have to like commit to a day. Like it's not
so
like
just hit them up and be like, "Yo, can I come this day?" And be like, "Yeah, let me pencil you in." Then it's scheduled. That's like optimal. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go too, and it's a super cool place for like training and stuff. Like I think, it's like a place where like he has like some newer players too. Like there's still newer players that but they have their own day, which is really good too, And so it's sort of these like, ladder system where, he thinks of people where, like, oh, I think it's time for you to like start facing like Wasabi and Big Kid and Miso, And so it's like this progression also. So I think there is going to be a lot of beer soldiers in the mix and bracket soon enough.
Yeah, he's creating a plethora of monsters right now.
Yeah, Flinchy being the biggest one. Flinchy's
amazing. I've
had a harder time with Flinchy in the last 2 days than with Beerman, truth be told. And Beerman would not get annoyed about that comment because he agreed.
Yeah. Flinchy's hungry right now. He's been actually not right now. He's been hungry for like 2 years. He's been on a steady grind.
No, but he's awake now, dude. He's on the Beerman regimen, and you know what the Beerman regimen did for me. So just imagine what happens with Flinchy.
Yeah, man.
It's like pork chops 2.0.
Exactly. I feel like there are still people who don't put the two together, like Beerman to pork chops.
Yeah, I know.
Or was it lamb chops?
He was lamb chops.
Yeah, okay.
And then pork chops.
Pork chops was his protege.
Protege, yeah.
It's fucking hype. We're getting the true master, the true underrated sensei on the top of the mountain that is Manhattan. Is it a walk-up?
He really is Miyagiing this shit, for sure.
And he's still mad good, too. No, he's never been bad.
Yeah, exactly. He's actually still improving and stuff, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you said you had a lot of questions. So like, what angles
what
did you want to take? Yeah.
What does it look like? So we talked about like the practice. We talked about Beer Man, right? Like his kind of his role that he's taken. How incredibly,
Yeah. Oh, and there are only two rules.
Rules. All right, let's hear them.
First rule is first timers bring an honorary 6-pack. That's apparently his declaration.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
I'm stifling like a cheer. I'm like, okay, keep going.
First time, it's like pay your due sort of thing. I don't know. It's his place, so I'm not gonna argue it. And then second is you can't kick people off of the setup. So like if you're playing, you can play till your heart's content, which is super sick.
Wow.
And it's not like rotation. It's like he keeps it so that it's like 6 people or 7 with one resting their hand for a long time, you know? So it's always just one-on-one, like minimum hour-long session with someone to really like try to break each other down.
Wow. Holy crap. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you don't put the two together. Like when you think of setups, there's so many different ways to play. And so to have it be kind of established as like long sessions, you know, what is that? Like, what's the math on that? Depends on the matchup, right? It can be like 15 games, whatever. But that's like kind of what you need. Otherwise, you're just, you know, messing around or playing, like warming up, really. Warming up doesn't really teach you that much if you think about it.
Yeah.
It's necessary. Like, we got to play friendlies before bracket, but yeah, I mean, it kind of goes without saying that long stretches.
Yeah,
anyway.
I definitely think long stretches are like better. Like when I say I've played like a short session is like an hour with someone. Like when I said I've played like I was there like for 7 hours sessions there, I like played like with Sosa maybe for 2, with Flinchy for 2, and like with Beerman for like 3, you know? Like that's sort of the breakdown of it. Like an hour session is like short. And so it's also like you're pushing your stamina too, you know? Like you want to get to that point where mentally or like technically you're not moving as well. And you have to like figure it out from there.
Wow. Oh, this is the best thing I've ever heard, honestly. I'm kind of geeking out. This is amazing. Are there more rules?
Not more rules. There is one tradition that I always do with Beerman, and like now I do it with like Flinchy and like occasionally Big Kid. Too, is after the end of the session, even if you're tired or stuff, like as long as your hands aren't hurting, right? And you do take like breaks in between, like, you know, 10-minute breaks, because your hands just won't keep up for playing an hour straight.
Right.
But we do something called the Beer Grand Finals. So what it is you start off at winners finals. So if I'm playing Beerman, we play a best of 5. Whoever wins the best of 5, that's winners finals, and then, you know, it goes to grand finals. Right. So whoever lost the best of 5 has to win 2 more best of 5s. So it's like replicating bracket in that sense.
So it's a bow 3, bow 5.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good way to end it. Kind of, I love ending in sets. That's definitely standard, but this is the best way to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool, man.
Yeah, so that's sort of like how it is, and like honestly, the practice I've been getting there, like I've been really feeling really good about my play, and like I'm able to like experiment and try new stuff. Like I just was practicing in like serious friendly sessions, trying to land drill up smash on Big Kid, because it's actually it's a link. If you do it fast enough, drill up smash is possible.
So what? Okay, so break it down. How many? Just the last hit? Can you get multiple hitboxes? Or just literally last hit drill?
It doesn't have to be last hit. You could do it. I haven't labbed it out yet. I just remember seeing a tweet from like Mike Hayes or SFAT saying that it works, and like I need to test it out. But I know it can be a guaranteed combo. It's just a little bit tight. The window's a little bit tight.
Did you land them?
I landed like a few times. Sometimes if I did too slow, I would get the shield, or he would shield. in time.
Right.
But then that's scary because if he's ready for it, then he can rest out of shield. So I need to I'm gonna practice it probably later this week.
I mean, it doesn't sound bad. What's the alternative? Grab?
You could just do drill, grab, drill, jab, up smash also works too. Drill, jab, bair, drill, jab, nair. I mean, like, there's a lot of variations to it.
Yeah, I feel like I usually do drill, jab, back air or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, yeah, so you're kind of swagging on him? Or trying to, at least?
Not swagging, I was just, like, testing it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Definitely, whenever we play, I feel like you're cooking some new stuff up.
Yeah.
And then you'll, like, break it out. Like, you don't say anything until it just, like, works. You don't usually brag anyway, so it's actually tough to get you even telling me how you're swagging, but I'm always watching you. You always got some cool shit. I can't wait to see it on, like, I feel like you're gonna break through on some Samus tech. I don't know why Samus.
Why Samus? Dude, I need to work on that matchup.
I feel like that's you to break open.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any other questions besides, like, when can you go next time?
Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of silly follow-ups, but let's keep it serial for a moment, because I'm curious how, and this is a question, but I'm curious how are you gonna carry that momentum and that experience throughout the week and throughout days where, obviously we can't go to the trap house every day. Now, I know you're gonna have some good things lined up, and I'm curious to hear it.
Yeah. I think it's about, I've been thinking about this a lot, right? Because I was also worried about how I would be playing after I took a break. And I think what I have to, like, sort of do is not really, like, just have more confidence in, like, my skill and ability to, like, like, I've learned this stuff, I've been practicing it. It's not going to disappear in a day or two,
Right.
And, like, it's not something, and I'm not saying I can replicate it in tournament yet. Like, I'm going to Scarlet Classic this weekend, so hopefully, like, I can play well. But, if not, that's okay too. I'm just saying that, like, I think it's more about confidence, like, knowing how you can play and then being able to replicate sort of that seriousness elsewhere. So, like, being able to have, like, those routines, like, have those deep breathing exercises that kind of bring you to the same mindset as you are when I'm in the beer dojo practicing, Right. I think that's more important, because also, like, agree. Also, like, you have to, like, admit, like, it's like a lot of people are like, oh, like, I play Falco, you play Haas all the time, like, shouldn't you be good against Falco? And it's like, one, there's so many different styles of Falco. Like, Haas is way different from G, for example.
Oh, yeah.
And then also, like,
lost them both.
Yeah. And then also, like, where was I going with this?
Different styles of Falco.
Different styles of Falco. Oh, you're just more comfortable with some people. Like, I'm always gonna play better against Beerman because I'm just more used to him. Like, he doesn't, even if he zero deaths me, like, I know, like, that's a possibility, so it doesn't freak me out, right?
Right.
Versus, like, another Falco, right? Like, maybe, like, I don't know, some other Falco.
Some other sick Falco from another region you're meeting to get into top 64, Like, these people that, let's call it what it is. Like, our skill level across the USA. Like, there's so many good players at our level.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's, like, impossible to know who's going to be that good. So, yeah, you never know who you're going to run into. And it's kind of fun. That's, like, the funnest part, I think, is finding those players.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it comes down to learning the matchup and really just understanding the fundamentals for everything else. But, yeah, I think it's I'm still doing my old thing. I feel like I'm getting a little stale talking about the same old, but I think it's starting to become us kind of a gaping hole, at least in my play. You know what I mean? And it's something that you've definitely kept ahead of me on, and you're inspiring me to be better. So that's my upcoming week. You know what I mean? Kind of a interesting way to bring it up, but
yeah, of course.
That's what we got.
And then you've been doing a lot of, like, solo practice, right?
Yeah, doing my thing. I'm trying to, man, I got nothing. I'm really caught slacking, and I'm gonna keep this all in, and I'm not gonna be too embarrassed about it. But here's what's going on in my personal life. I've been kind of fulfilled in other senses. I just got a raise, actually.
Oh, really? Congrats.
I got a big raise.
Nice.
And I'm gonna be able to move out of my house finally.
Wow. So yeah, that
New York's a pretty expensive place to live. I wasn't making enough to have any like savings really if I were to move out. So now have some savings, ready to move with my girlfriend of 3 years.
That's exciting, dude. That's exciting.
Yeah, man. And it's kind of cool to have that security. And now I'm trying to, especially with the summer coming up. Let's talk about the summer a little bit.
Yeah.
Or upcoming events, I guess, in general. I have none off the top of my head. So let's not talk about it because we did no preparation. But
well,
general, right, what do you got?
Summer events, I don't think I'm going to smash and splash, but there's Omega 3 that's happening that was just announced, so I'm definitely going to do that.
Hell yeah. Omega 3, Omega 2, all the Long Island events. Every Long Island event I've ever been to has been a great time.
Yeah, and then I think next major is probably going to be, it might actually just be Shine. It might be a while, but that's okay.
Yeah. And those are my favorite tournaments to go to because I love Shine.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude. What about the Hacks Local? What do you got on that?
I got no new news on this.
Really?
I don't know what's happening. Hopefully it something happens soon because we do need it. If not, obviously we can talk about the NYU. Should NYU be a local, like that counts? And honestly, I think it should be.
Yeah, I think the verdict's out a little bit. I'm not actually familiar with the argument that it should not be. I guess because obviously it's because there's no venue fee or entry fee, and so people are not taking it as seriously. I guess. Do you have any insight on that? From what I hear, people are still, they're still playing.
I think it's just under the notion that traditionally before free tournaments never counted.
Right.
But it's always, I've been there a few times. I haven't even won one in like a while, actually. Like, it's a very serious place. Like, Young's there, Ryo Beat's there, Sun is there, like, Austin's there. Like, there's a lot of hitters, dude. So I think it really should count, and people are like, oh yeah, like, people might not take it seriously, but like any good player is going to take it seriously. Like a lot of people in New York, I think what I love is that a lot of them play to just like for pride, it's not about the money or anything.
Right.
It's also because like DJ's been farming locals for so long that like we aren't used to getting money. So, right? That's sort of like the real talk, right? Is that, we don't get much because like top 3 is like, Slocks, DJ, Hacks.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's impossible for them to ever have, like, it's because of the venue and the fact that it's through the school. That's why they can't have it be paid.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll never be paid. What you're doing is
it will never. It's just like, should it count for the PR because it has a lot of data points and it's the only active, consistent local right now. So in that sense, yeah, it should.
So let's say another one were to pop up. I think we might be having this argument in the other way, going from, so it looks like it's going to be counted. I'm not on any panel, and it wasn't counted this time. So it's going to be a while since this conversation comes up.
Yeah, it's going to be a while, for sure.
There's a world where people just say, like, the data's there, we can count it or not. Let's just sit on it, like we don't need to solve this right now. Well, actually, that's not true. I feel like this needs to be resolved because you need to know going into a season if it's going to be counted.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
You can't find out at the end, like, oh, we're counting this. Like, dude, so it's kind of an important issue.
I don't think the people that it matters to, I don't think it will I don't think it will affect them. You know, like you're not gonna have Nico not try to beat Young, or you know, like it's just like New York doesn't roll that way.
That's true.
Like we're just a bunch of tryhards, you know. Tryhards or like just good at melee and smokes a lot, you know, or drinks a lot. But like, you know, we play for fun.
I hear that. Covered a lot of options.
Yeah.
But no, you're totally right. I think for what it applies to, the people it applies to, it's definitely not going to make a difference when they find out. But I still think it's important, even like back of your brain stuff. Like, I think it's important to be on the same page, know what's going on.
That's true.
I don't attend, so I don't have a personal stake, so I'll drop it. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, you know how I always view melee. Like in the end, it's still a competition. So like, Why not try? You know.
Right. And then, well, I mean, the real.
And it's different from like a bar tournament where people are like drinking and stuff. Like
right.
You know,
I don't know if bar tournaments should ever be counted.
I don't think they should. I'm just saying, it's funny because bar tournaments don't count, and there's a venue fee and stuff. But and also like, I think it matters size-wise. Like NYU consistently gets like 30, 40 people.
Right.
That's big.
That is pretty big. I mean, you have to go through a large amount of them. Like, unless there's a culture there, or however the players that show up want to do it. I know there are a bunch of good players that come out. I don't have a lot of them off the top of my head because I haven't seen them at some of these bigger travel events. And honestly, if I went to NYU, I probably wouldn't travel that much either. I'm going to college. Like, I'm at a school where there's a sick local. Like, why do I have to go anywhere to get my...
Yeah, you already have a local with, like, Ryobeat, Sun, Young, J-Lo, Miso, Austin, like...
Right. Like, you don't need to go anywhere.
Yeah.
But that being said, what are they worth? It sounds terrible, but what is that sort of environment worth to a PR panel if they get no other data points? If they go to no regionals, they just go to the like every week, go to this one local, pick up a couple wins on Ryobeat, things like that.
I mean, but that's sort of just how locals work, right? That's just hidden boss stuff, right? Like Whiskers was like that for a long time.
Shit, you're right.
Like, so I don't think that would be too much of an issue, you know?
Yeah, I'm trying to poke holes in this argument. That's
like
what
Doc
I'm
Lob. That's like Doc Lob in Long Island, you know?
Right. Yeah, Dr. Lobster.
Yeah, like with wins over K-On, Animal, and Dartooth, like, you know, why not?
That preceded him just starting to do that like consistently. So yeah, I don't honestly see any real tight argument for not putting it up, besides tradition. I'd be really curious to see, you know, if you have an opposing view, like if you're kind of on the other side.
Yeah.
Interested to hear your perspective, honestly.
I think it could happen. Obviously with NYU's blessing, of course, like it's still their tournament, and I think the big thing that matters is that it should count, but they're not the next Nebs. Like, I think that's a big thing, is that they have a very successful formula for their local, which caters to, you know, a lot of the college players that are new to the scene and stuff like that. And, you know, we you know, PR players just kind of like going out there too, right? But obviously, like if it actually became official, like it might promote more players to go, which they don't have like the capacity to do, like run anything over really. Like 64 would be pushing it, to be very fair.
Really?
Yeah, just because it's they're doing it in like a common area, like TVs are spread out, like it, you know, it takes like the brackets self-run, like. I'm
sorry, a common area? They don't rent out a room?
No, they don't. It's like in a common area.
How do they get a what? How do they do that? Maybe it's a big common area. It's huge.
Yeah, it's a really, really big common area. It's like super big, and then also like they don't have like as much TVs and stuff, like because like they're just hauling TVs from their dorms. So like you know, I think what's most important is that NYU keeps its sort of personality as that sort of tournament. So like even if it gets capped, priority should always be given to NYU students and stuff like that. And then besides that, like, it'd be interesting. Obviously, I think the most important is that it works in conjunction with the Hacks Local once that happens. But no news on that.
Yeah, definitely looking out. I think we need another like Smash Corner type thing, because now it's like Encore's not doing locals either.
Yeah.
It's kind of,
it just
not
needs
looking
to be
too hot
again. That's the problem. It's like,
yeah,
it was cool. Like Encore was cool. It's just like it was so expensive to get out there for people without cars.
right. Was it like $15?
Metro North, yeah, like 12, 15
Ouch.
one way.
Yeah. Oh, one way. Shit.
Yeah, it adds up. And then you get in late, and then you have work the next day.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, it's kind of a hike for me too.
That's
so
true.
It's definitely going to be more of a Westchester, Rockland type deal.
The summer though was sick when Slox and Lint was there every time, and Smokey.
Yeah, I wish I took a little bigger advantage, to be honest.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Though, talking about Smashed Out, we have to give a special shout out to the Super Smashed Out winner.
Yeah. Your boy Son is a beast.
Yeah, dude, he fucked up everyone.
Yep.
I mean, he's only been going to the NYU tournaments beforehand. So,
yeah, man. But he's hungry.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually, he told me early, like in the beginning of the day, just so confident. He's like, yeah, I'm winning this. Like, I'm winning this tournament.
Did he, like, yeah, paint the story. Wait, so did he say he was gonna take it? Like,
yeah, straight up. Like, he didn't just, it wasn't the first thing he said to me. He's like, hey, JD, I'm gonna win. Like, it definitely came up. But I was kind of talking to him, like, how you feeling? And he's like, yeah, man, I could beat anyone here. He goes, except Ryobeat. If I run into Ryobeat, I'm screwed. Like, he's like, Ryobeat's beaten me in the past, like, 5 times or something like that. And I'm like, word. Like, get it. And I was playing him in locals. I was playing him in friendlies. And he was kind of bobbing me. Like, probably 70% of the games he took.
Damn.
And, yeah, I mean, it's easy to say, like, oh, I saw it in the beginning. But, he's playing good. So it makes sense. He beat Slox, which was nuts.
That's hype. Yeah.
He lost to Fable and then beat him. Is that true? Actually, is that even true?
No, he won against Fable. Yeah, he won through winners.
No, he won through losers. I'm sorry. He lost to Lint.
Oh, yeah.
He lost to Lint and then beat Fable.
He beat Fable twice, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just kind of sprinted through bracket and kicked everyone's ass. And, late in the day, Falco versus Ices, honestly, I think I've seen just like a weekly where Sun beat Lit like this. But like, it's so hard to keep that pace. The pace you need to beat Sun is hard. And I've actually been there myself, where I won one of the sets, or I was playing good, and then he just like weathered the storm. And in grand finals, he came back and just kind of like, he grabbed him a bunch. He forward tilted him a lot, and then he ended it. He gave him the wobbles. But well earned, man. He's a hell of a player. Did some crazy shit. It was a really fun tournament in general. I think they're gonna actually make like a nice combo video out of it.
Oh,
like
really?
A hype trailer.
Awesome.
Yeah, they have like a dude who's making content for him. And I've been helping him a little bit too. And we're trying a bunch of different things out. But it was a really great venue. It was really nice to finally get like a good Super Smashed Out.
Yeah, it felt like a long time. I was super excited to like try to watch some of those VODs.
Yeah, the commentary was fun, of course. Did it with my boy 2% Milk.
Yeah, how was top 8? Another top 8 for you, right?
Oh jeez, yeah. Honestly, it was a good time. A little hard, I get a little fatiguey near the end of it. I don't even like degen or anything on tournament days. I'm just like, by the end of it, I'm, pretty tired. But then that's important. That's a fun skill to kind of get better at. It's something I know I can improve on, which is always difficult when you look at commentary as a skill.
Yeah.
How do I kind of figure out what my flaws are besides analysis?
Are you gonna do anything to like practice commentary and stuff like that?
I was thinking about analysis for that too. I gotta just find the time and knock it out, but it's gonna be painful to do. Like, it's not fun listening to oneself.
What about just doing more commentary though? Like,
that too.
Like we just talked about, like
analysis of VINs or just commentating over VODs rather.
Yeah, or like doing match analysis of something you already commentated. So don't analyze like your commentary, but also like add more depth to what you could have said,
Oh wow. That's 2 words, 1 stone.
Yeah.
You're sick, dude. You're amazing. So happy we talked. I feel like I'm excited to get back on like a tight schedule. I know things kind of out of our control, but
yeah. This is a little late because my flight got delayed on Monday.
Yeah.
For the viewers.
But anyway, man, I know you got a heart out. I'm glad we got to talk. I'm gonna chop this little bad boy up and get it out ASAP. And
sounds good.
We're back on it, man. Let's get grinding.
Yeah, dude, back on the grind.
Anyway,
that goes for us too.
Us too. All right, man. See you later.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later, dude. Peace.
Peace.